KFM, the Keysi fighting method, is a very aggressive style of self-defense, and it's very simple, and it's emphasized in that style of, being covered up and using elbows, bam, 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 bam. So it's quite simple to learn. I think it's a great tool if you have very, very limited time to teach somebody basics of self-defense. I'm no expert in that specific martial art, but that is my personal opinion and my impression of that martial art. But it also means it's very limited in what you can get out of it. And as you hear from the first explanation, it's not the kind of tool that you want the police to use. So the police is not just for defending, for rejecting, like Abwehr in German. In German, there's different words for defending. So you do not need, there's two ways to defend yourself in a fight. The first that you usually teach in self-defense, especially for women and for men who are not ready to fight, is to just passively defend yourself, to just get the other person to stop attacking you, to make space for you to flee, to escape. And the second one is to overcome the attacker, to get the attacker under control, which is a higher level of strategy, higher level of martial art. It also has higher requirements for the person doing it. It's easier, it's simpler to just, scratch and bite and get some space and run away than it is to actually overcome the attacker. But the police force needs the approach to overcome. It is not fit for a police officer to just punch and use elbows and then run away. It's not an option. It's not an option for a police officer. They are there to handle the situation. And ideally, they need to get the attacker down and under control with as little harm to anybody involved as possible, including the attacker. So that's why absolutely in general, strikes like punches and kicks are less desirable for police officers than grappling, because grappling does less damage. You can get somebody under control without any damage. First point. Second, as I said, you always need to think about the consequences and the consequential appearance in front of a judge. So if you're a police officer and somebody attacked you and you beat them up, you beat them to a pulp, or even you just use a few elbows, and very quickly does the attacker look very bad. They got a black eye, they got a huge cut, they got a swollen face. Oh, it's not gonna look good. It is not going to look good. It would be much better to just get them to the floor. So even if you injure their arm or give them a concussion, that's not as bad as a swollen face. So I'm absolutely not a fan of KFM for law enforcement officers.